I'd get in a fight. I'd smart off the teacher. I'd take me, and the principal would, put bruises on me. And you know what? That got my attention. But see, the police taser you when you don't do something, and some other people are out of control. Or society does all this, but no, parents can't, even though it's not a law. It's like they'll take your kids for not vaccinating. There's no law. I mean, any other comments? What's it been like for you, Joe? Because, with your former wife and your kids, and I talked to Mike Nelson here and everybody in the office who has kids, I guess being in public school, this is just normal. Even when your 15-year-olds now have bruises from football, they try to take them.
Oh yeah, it's very even in Del Valley they do the same thing down there. I get calls that my son Joe has a bruise on his arm. It's all horse playing. They want to know if we wrestle, we do this. Well, we're guys. We're going to be playing around. It's very stressful to have to put up with people like this already. And
control freaks, secret agents.
Yes, and we needed somebody or the governor. I mean, they're not doing nothing for us. Ourselves as citizens, we have to do something. And
well, I mean, slavery's a lucrative business, and slavery's still around today. They catch you smoking pot, you're a slave. They catch a bruise on your kid, they're a slave. I mean, it's all about money. But they are passing laws. Federal Appeals Court with the authority over Texas handed down a decision in case that will refer to the Gates case. The decision is binding on Texas because it involves federal constitutional rights, supersedes anything contrary to Texas law, the DFPH policy practices. And this is when, with one complaint, they go and grab whole families and they never see them again. And then they've had to pass state laws explaining to CPS in Texas and nationwide, it's not illegal to homeschool. You know why most of the groups fighting CPS are homeschoolers? Because they take your kids. It's, they don't care. Just amazing. Anything else you guys need to add?
No.
Stay here. I want to bring up one of the lawyers that came highly recommended. We've talked to 10 today so far, and they're in there calling more. I know a lot of organizations out there. The National Child Abuse Defense Resource Center recommended in Texas Butch Brott as the best, and I think we're going to go with him, give him that $2,000 retainer. I'm going to pay for that. And then today we got to figure out how you can do a phone bridge, or if we should talk to the CPS. But they're saying they'll talk to you, because I've called today, or they'll talk to your lawyer.
Yeah.
My dad, who's a physician, recommended, as the other lawyer filings do, to go to a physician to show she's not hurt, or they'll try to go get an order claiming she's hurt from a tiny bruise on her leg from a table. And you went to the doctor, and they said, she's not hurt. I'll give you the receipt, but I'll only give CPS a report saying she's fine. That's your medical record. So we'll have to get the lawyer to call them and say, release it to me. But tell us about the doctor's visit, and then in 1 minute we're going to go to Mr. Brott.
Okay, I went and got the health check, well checked. She said everything was fine. Haley said where she got the bruise from. Everything was consistent with the stories. So as I was getting ready to leave, I asked if I could have a report of everything documented, and she said no. If anybody needed it, they would have to request for it.
So you as a parent, again, we have no rights. The whole system is like this. We're trash. We're scum. We're filth. We're nobody. We just pay the money. We just produce the kids for them to snatch them. We just pay the taxes for the war machine. We're just here to be slaves. She's supposed to give you the well-check slip, the thing she filled out. So we'll have the lawyer call them. Let's go ahead and let's go to the attorney, Butch Brott. Butch, thanks for coming on such short notice, sir.
It's my pleasure, Alex.
I know you've seen this a million times. I guess, did my producer recount the story to you, or do you want us to recount that for you so you can give us your take on it?
Rob and Janet gave me what happened, so I'm familiar with the facts.
Okay, give us your take on this, because you come highly recommended.
Where do you start? From the standpoint of everybody has to understand that the state of Texas and all of the other states have made a pact with the devil when they subscribed to the federal money back in the 70s under the Mondale Act. And that deal was, we'll give you federal money for CPS as long as you provide these people immunity. And it's gone downhill ever since. They have absolute immunity, virtually absolute immunity, if they say there's abuse. The doctors have immunity if they report abuse. They don't have immunity if they say They don't report abuse.
So everything's geared for the tattletale society, and so now when I'm at the hospital having a baby, they ask if I ask my wife if I'm abusing her and put it in a database with the health department. I mean, this is the total Stasi society.
That's a very apt way of describing it. Nothing proves that nothing happened, but nothing proves that something happened. It's that backwards.
Now, what if it's official oppression? What do they operate outside their office? I mean, they did strip search her.
That has to do with the police and whether that is proper protocol or not. I have a real serious problem with a male police officer strip searching a female child or any female.
Well, regardless, if they wanted to strip search an adult, they'd have to get a warrant. I mean, I know they set up these eugenics courts in the 20s and the Mondale Act and the Clinton in 97. I know we've gone down this road of these fake courts, but this is just amazing. And then telling her over and over again, tell the truth. No, your mother did this. That's despicable.
Well, it's beyond despicable. The book Jeopardy in the Courtroom by Maggie Bruck and Stephen Ceci shows how easy it is to corrupt a child's recollection. A child is going to respond to an authority figure and give them what answer they expect. It takes a very strong child to stand up and say no, especially when they come in wearing a uniform and a badge. You know, God bless her daughter for saying no. Nothing happened. But no, that is improper interrogation. It should not happen. I have already advised Janet to make a laminated card for her children to carry around saying, I do not want to talk or say anything without my parent being here or my lawyer being here. Put her name and phone number on it. And if necessary, put it on a lanyard so the child can wear it around her neck. That to me is abhorrent.
Well, just to finish up, in case I didn't relay this to you, they told her twice, maybe three times, I'm not sure, no, your mother did that bruise until she said, okay, I guess she did. But it's on record that they told her to say it. Expanding on that, Monday, they see the bruise because it's pajama day wearing shorts at the school. Tuesday, without telling, they told her don't tell your mother. Tuesday, they call her, tell her we want to go to your house while her kid's at school. I tell her, this may not be a good idea. They want to get in your house and look for stuff. We need to talk to a lawyer first. So she said, okay, let me meet her at a gas station. I told her, is she with a cop? They drive through. There's an unmarked cop car with a cop, with a woman. She leaves. Says, are you there? Yeah, we're here. So it looks like they may be to the point of grabbing her daughter or something. What does it sound like to you, Mr. Broad?
Well, please, it's Butch. But secondly, force them to make the mistake. Make them commit to something that's illegal. They show up at your door and they want in. Where's your search warrant? They show up at your door and they want your child. Where's your search warrant? Force them to make the mistake. If you haven't done anything wrong, insist upon that search warrant.
Yeah, because they'll trick their way in like a vampire. Let me in. It'll be all right if you just let me in.
Absolutely. And a small consent becomes a global consent. And then it's a swearing match. Who said what?
So I gave them the right advice not to go meet them?
Absolutely. I never advise my clients to meet with them.
All right, stay there, Mr. Barad, Butch Barad, attorney at law, joining us from Houston. We'll be right back.
With food prices soaring to all-time highs, as the dollar continues to fall in value, what can you and your family do to guarantee that fresh, nutritious vegetables will make it to your dinner table? Garden in a Can. Garden in a Can is your source for premium, long-term storable seeds. Garden in a Can is ready when you are. Plant them now or store them for when you really need them. There are 16 large, hermetically sealed, non-hybrid, open-pollinated packets of seeds, along with detailed planting instructions sealed in a can for ultimate long-term protection. Garden in a Can. It's that simple, fresh, healthy, easy. Only $69.95 for over a half acre of safe, fresh vegetables. Ready when you are. Stop procrastinating and start preparing with Garden in a Can. For more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 866-598-7396. 866-598-7396.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a